I'm sitting here with Ian Hanna of JH&Sons, who imports Glenfarclas here. We just went through a wonderful tasting here in downtown Toronto at George Brown, the chef's house. And I just wanted to spend some time and reflect on the tasting with Ian here. He's been in the business for some time, and wanted to kind of,
a long time.
And we're just gonna do a quick little interview here, and hopefully you guys will find this really engaging. I've been sitting with him for the last few hours here, and I can tell you the conversations have been just wonderful and tremendous. So, Ian, maybe you can just tell us a little bit about how you and your family kind of got started in the industry of importing fine spirits and wine.
In 1977, I finished university and got a job in a wine bar in downtown Toronto. My father helped me found the job for me because he used to go to the wine bar all the time. He loved wine. And he was a bit of a collector. And we decided, my mother had suggested to my dad back in the early 70s that they start importing small amounts of wine for friends so they could write off their trips, tax deduction. So that's how it all actually started. But by 1978, I'd been in the wine bar for almost a year. We made the decision to go to France and see if we could find some producers who wanted to sell their products here. That's how it started. And with whiskey, my mom and dad were in Scotland in 1980. They were visiting in the north of Scotland, and the hotel they went to suggested the best one to visit was Glenfarclas. So they went up the road to Glenfarclas, and before they left, after visiting, my father and George Grant had shaken hands on a deal to do Ontario. And we've had it ever since.
What a wonderful story. That is such, again, and this is kind of a common theme you'll see against these stories here, but Glenfarclas, family-owned and operated company, wholesome, kind of humble beginnings, and a real humble family altogether. Over the years, you guys have done some releases with Glenfarclas, or special releases there. Yeah, could you maybe tell a little bit about how that collaboration went?
As well as all the products the LCBOs have.
Absolutely, yeah.
My good friend who you met downstairs, Ian Steingassner, who was at the time, originally when I first met him, was the pipe sergeant of the 48 Highlanders Pipes and Drums.
He didn't bring his pipes today, but I definitely want to hear him play these pipes.
He's amazing. We were both regular attenders at the Hobby Horse Arms in Uxbridge, the Single Malt Whisky Society of Upper Canada, it was called. I used to go and do presentations, present whiskeys and do evenings of nosings and dinners, and Ian always played the pipes at those, and we got to know each other quite well. And one evening after our event, we were having a pint downstairs in the pub, and he said to me, we're trying to do a special release, commemorative release, to in honor of the 48 Highlanders' 100th anniversary. So he and I put that together. We did it with John Grant, who owns Glenfarclas. That was the first of those special releases that we did. Some years later, we did four releases for the Lorne Scots to celebrate their, I can't remember, 150th, I think. Subsequent to that, we did the 100th anniversary of Vimy Ridge with a Glenfarclas 15-year-old cask strength, which was spectacular. And we've done a couple since, and we continue to do them. Ian is very involved in the Heraldry Society and a number of regiments in Ontario and Canada. He's active in the military, volunteer military. So.
Very, very cool gentleman. It's too bad I didn't have him up here, but he had some wonderful stories as well.
He's amazing.
Yeah, amazing gentleman for sure. Over the years, regulations have changed from an importing standpoint. How do you guys adapt with the family business to make sure you're securing enough inventory and bringing over stocks from overseas?
We're very fortunate. The LCBO buyers, spirits buyers, are extremely interested in single malt Scotch whiskeys. For whatever reason, I could suggest just because it's really great and good value, they're very, very supportive of Glenfarclas. So we work very closely with them to make sure, as much as possible, that stocks are here, new ages are being brought in. We've just had released in January the re-release of the 15 and 25. re-release it. The 30, the 35 is new, and the 40-year-old all came out together in January. They're all on the shelves now. And of course, you know we have 12-year-old on a regular basis. So
we just tasted all these minus the 12-year-old downstairs, and a completely phenomenal offering, expressions across. If you ever get the opportunity, guys, to kind of do a sampling where you do that kind of entire core range all at once, and Ian did a fantastic job putting it in a horseshoe for us to go through it. You'll see all my pictures and stuff on Instagram, but yeah, completely transformational when you're going through those kind of expressions, and I was really appreciative of Ian and the young group for doing that for us. I'm just going to end off quickly here because it's snowing outside now. You got to get going soon too. Your wife told a fantastic story about Grant's giving you a bottle for your daughter's
so
you can just tell that story. I think it'd be great for the audience to hear it.
So,
story.
John Grant was visited Canada every couple of years and visited us. For whatever reason, just by coincidence, my wife was always pregnant when he came. And one year in 1985, he arrived and he saw her and immediately said, "So, are you pregnant again?" And she said, "Yes." But she hadn't even told my parents or her parents. She had just found out that she was. So he constructed a bet with her over whether it was another boy or a girl. And my wife said a girl, and he said, "Oh no, I think it's another boy." And they were having a big party the following year to celebrate their 150th anniversary of the distillery. And he had blended up a blend of commemorative blend of whiskey for that event, which had a small amount of whiskey from every year the distillery had been in existence. And he said to my wife, "But you know what? You can't have it. You can't have your bottle if you don't come to the party." And my wife said, "Well, it's unlikely we'll be able to come because I'll have a little baby. Our baby was due in November, and this was in May." And he said, "Well, then here's the bet. You'll get your bottle. But the bet is if you're right and it's a girl, I'll bring you the bottle and give it to you. If I win the bet, it's a boy, I'll bring the bottle, I'll give it to you, and it will have an invoice." So our daughter was born in November. He came back the following June. He brought the bottle with him. We went out to dinner, and he presented her with the bottle. And the bottles were all numbered, of course. And bottle number 1 had gone in the distillery showcase, which was only appropriate. Yep. Bottle number 3 he'd given to the guest of honor at the big party, who was a school chum of his from Gordonston in Scotland. At the time, Prince Charles. He got bottle number 3, and John gave my wife bottle number 2. And when he gave it to her, he said, "I just want you to know, when a Scotsman pays his debts, he pays them properly."
Such a wonderful story.
So we saved that bottle for 26 years until my daughter got married in Whitehorse. Yep. And we took the bottle and poured a small amount to everybody in the room and toasted the bride with it. So,
as appropriate, Scotch made for sharing right there, guys. And such a special bottle. Ian, thank you so much for letting me come down to the GTA and try these great expressions. And if you guys are looking for any of Glenfarclas product, Ian's got it well stocked in the LCBOs there. Again, the 12-year-old's there, but you got the 15-year-old, the 25-year-old, 30, 35-year-old, and 40 as well. I can tell you from experience, I'm sure you would echo fantastic expressions all the way across. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks, Tyler.
And we'll see
you. It's been a great thing. Yep, you bet.
Thank you so much.
All right.